commentary number 2. Oh, motherfucker, not this again. Oh, son of a bitch. Man, of all the shit you had to send, and this music, you know what? I ain't even gonna listen to this shit. I'm just gonna turn this motherfucker down. We're gonna mute this sumbitch. Fuck that shit, man. I don't need to hear this crap. No, but anyway, Hip-Hop commentary number 224. Ricco has sent in this bullshit, and obviously this is part of the whole copycat challenge up in this motherfucker, where people get to send in any video that has only been done one time. Now, the odd thing is, we'll get into the story about this a little bit later, but obviously I've done this video actually more than once. But since Neo Roman, I believe, was the person that sent it in the first time, this allows Ricco to send this motherfucker in. Now, I'm just gonna take a look at the timer on this shit, because he told me that he went a little bit over the time limit. Yeah, look at that. 10 minutes and 5 seconds, motherfucker. You couldn't cut 5 seconds out of this bullshit? You know, I'm gonna leave it up to my subscribers whether or not to ban you. I'm gonna leave it up to everyone who hasn't been banned. Obviously, the people who've been banned, they'll be like, yeah, come and join the ban group and shit like that. You know, over at Prestige Gamers, we actually have a link for people who want to join the band. It's all the people who can no longer send in a hip-hop commentary video up in this motherfucker. Obviously, Ricco, he went over by 5 seconds, and I want to see if there's anywhere in this video that he could have cut 5 seconds out. Now, the beginning of this shit was just fucking awful, so that right there, I'm sure he could have got 5 seconds about this bitch. But I'm going to leave it up to you guys, my subscribers. Should I ban Ricco for going over by 5 seconds? Now, keep in mind, Ricco's somebody that's been on my channel for a very long time. He submitted a ton of hip-hop commentaries. I believe him and Tree Hugger, they're like numbers 1 and 2 right now in the number of videos that they submitted up in this motherfucker. So I don't know which one's in the lead right now, but both of them have submitted quite a number of videos. I think they're both on, this might be his 8th. He might have pulled ahead of Tree Hugger, he might have tied Tree Hugger, but I think they're both around 7 or 8 videos up in this bitch, man. But anyway, I'll leave it up to you guys in the comment section whether or not we keep Ricco up in this motherfucker. Oh man, we're gonna ban this motherfucker, man. No. You know what's actually funny? Is tomorrow, if I time this right, hopefully I time this shit right, tomorrow is going to be the final Crossfire commentary over at the Prestige Gamers YouTube channel and shit like that. And believe it or not, it's going to be Ricco's video. Ricco drew the 6th number up in this motherfucker, so he's actually going to get tomorrow's final video in the series. And he was the one non-American in the group, so he had to struggle with fucking American games and trying to speak in his non-native language and shit like that. So he did a commentary, his first ever commentary at all, completely in English, and naturally he's gonna struggle. I mean, you can't blame the poor guy. It's not even his native language up in this motherfucker, so you guys can go check that out. I mean, this is like perfect timing that he was able to get this video in and put this bitch in. But anyway, getting back into this bullshit, I'm muted the music. Let me see what the fuck is playing right now. I see this shit on the bottom, it says rave music. Oh god, this shit is horrible. I'm muting it again. Fuck this shit, man. You need like some crystal meth or some fucking ecstasy or something, man. This is like the music they play like in Ibiza clubs like 24/7 up in this motherfucker, man. I can't stand this shit. But anyway, like I mentioned, I believe this is the 3rd time overall that I've done this video, or I've done this this game and shit like that. You know, one of the one time that I did a hip-fire commentary, not on my channel, but I did it as part of my Yoush takeover. I did a video for every single channel on Yoush, and one of them was Yoush music. I mean really, Yoush music. What music do I do? I mean, people over there, they actually post up themselves either singing, rapping, doing something, creating music. You know, it's anybody with musical talent. It's not video game type channel and shit like that. It's actual musical talent for people to show off their skills, and whether they're singing and rapping, songwriting, whatever you want to do, playing an instrument. You know, if you do armpit farts or whatever the fuck. You know, you can armpit fart the Star Spangled Banner up in this motherfucker. But anyway, I had to think of something to take over Yoush music, and I don't know what the fuck to do. I wasn't gonna like commentate over a concert or some shit like that. So when I told people send me a video that's video game music related, I figured I was gonna get like Guitar Hero or some shit like that, but I forgot who it was that hooked me up. But they gave me AudioSurf. They gave me this bullshit. They gave me the version where I think it was just a plane. This motherfucker's literally surfing, but I believe I got the first version that was just a plane up in this motherfucker. So I did the video for that over on the Yoush music channel. And then Neo Roman, if I'm not mistaken, was the one that submitted the AudioSurf game right before the final 200th video or some shit like that. So he was like videoed like 198, 199, I don't remember what the fuck, but he was on there. So he got this shit in. So obviously, I'm not counting the Yoush music video. Obviously, if I did it on a completely different channel and people don't really know about that, there's no reason to penalize somebody for not knowing that I posted it up on another channel. Look at this shit. You gonna tell me you couldn't cut 5 seconds out the middle of this motherfucker? Come on, man. I don't even see you doing anything right now. You couldn't like fast forward this shit? Look, I believe the sides of the thing, you know, whatever the hell's pulling those chains, that's the music. I got on mute right now, so I can't fucking tell. So it seemed like there was a pause in the shit. I don't know if he got like a second song or a third song or some shit, but it definitely wasn't moving. I know that shit for sure. You could have fast forwarded this bullshit, man. Now, getting back into this shit, man. Now, I understand the point of this. Obviously, this has to do with, you know, the reflexes and shit like that. I know what the game does. Obviously, I get that part. What I don't get is why is this motherfucker flipping all around like he's like a damn gymnast and shit like that. I mean, you see this motherfucker, he's like flying all up in this bitch. Like every now and then, I don't know if he hits a high note or something, but he hits something and he just takes the fuck off. Like right here, look. I don't know if the music's playing or what the fuck are you doing? I don't know if the music's playing right now, but the shit ain't moving. So I don't know if you can like just fast forward or whatever the fuck, man. Oh god, he could have got 5 seconds off of this shit. Now I believe you get scores by hitting the you see, he just take off like, hey, look, I'm out in the fucking air doing flips like fucking shit. Look, what the fuck? I don't get the point of this shit. I just hit the blocks. You know, that's all you need to do. Just do it like fucking Guitar Hero. You just gotta press the damn buttons on the cheap ass plastic guitar that they provide you. Are they still making games for that shit? You know, I remember every time I would go, you know, whether you go to GameStop or whatever the fuck you'd be in Best Buy, they were always selling some kind of musical shit. No, I can't really tell. When you hit those black balls, are those the things that are launching you in the air? I don't know. Obviously, I'm not trying to really figure this bullshit out. All I know is you gotta hit the blocks up in this motherfucker, and you probably get a high score or whatever the fuck. You know, I really don't give a shit. No, but anyway, like I was saying, every time I would go to like Best Buy or GameStop or whatever the fuck it was, they were always trying to pass off those stupid ass guitars or the drum set, whatever the fuck, man. They were always trying to pass some bullshit off to their customer, like, oh, you have to buy this. It's the $199 motherfucker edition. It's like, get the fuck out of here, man. First of all, if people bought that shit in the prior year, why the fuck do they need to go out and get another goddamn guitar? You know what I'm talking about? If you bought Guitar Hero 1, why do people need to go out and buy another guitar? I'm hoping that if you bought one guitar, that's good enough where you don't have to go out and buy another guitar, because those shits look fucking expensive, man. You know, it's not like some little controller. If a controller is already $60, you know, that's just some little shit, and you get this big gigantic fucking guitar. I'm assuming that guitar is pretty goddamn expensive. So hopefully it was like, if you could just use that one guitar across all their games, as opposed to having to buy a new guitar every game, I'd be like, fuck this shit, I ain't buying it. You know, I wouldn't bother with that game to begin with, but all of a sudden you put this fucking big ass guitar up in this motherfucker. I'm like, man, fuck this shit. I ain't playing this shit. Just give me the usual damn buttons, man. I got a PlayStation controller, I got a circle, I got an X, I got a square, I got a triangle, and I got some triggers on the top of this shit. That's all I need. I don't need anything else. And let's see, this video is still fucking going, man. I'm so glad. I swear to God, I'm glad I have the mute button on this motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie, man. Because I still see that shit on the bottom, still says like, you know, rave music, and if this is like rave type, you know, music where you want to, you know, get out the glow sticks and shit like that, turn on the black light and whatever the fuck, start slitting your wrist. Look, man, I'm sorry. Rave music has a bad stigma attached to that shit. There's no way around that shit. People always, correlate rave music with psychedelic drugs. That's just the reality. It's not that it's always true. I'm not saying that people who go to raves always take drugs. They're probably on drugs, but but just look at this shit, man. Tell me this doesn't look like somebody was just like tripping on some shit and he started creating this fucking game. You know what I'm talking about? This looks like somebody who got high off of something, whether it was some bad mushrooms or some shit, or he like totally fucked up on weed and he like thinking like he going through the birth canal or some shit, man. Just look at this shit. Oh man, this game is fucking horrible. Thank God I only got like a minute left of this bullshit, man. So I'm seeing on the top that you have a final challenge. To unlock everything, you have to score 9,000 points in a single jump. Now, do you control the jump? That's what I'm wondering. I don't know if you gotta like, you know, press a button on the keyboard or whatever in that launch. You see like right there, he launched in the air, but I don't know if that's like accidental air or if you actually did that your damn self. I don't know how the fuck the game works. All I know is you gotta hit the squares. I don't know if the balls, yeah, it looks like the balls count for something. I can't tell what the balls are supposed to count for, but it looks like they count for something. Doesn't look like you got the 9,000 point challenge up in this motherfucker. But anyway, I see this video. Oh god. You know, look, the shit ain't moving. Is it still moving? Is there any more music left? He's not really doing much. You couldn't fast forward this shit? God damn it, Ricco, man. And I told you, man, I'm leaving it up to my subscribers. They want to ban your ass, they gonna ban you. I know Tree Hugger gonna say yes so he can finish #1. Oh man, thank God this video's coming to an end. So as always, rate, comment, subscribe, and all that good shit. And I'll see you guys in the next Hip Hop Commentary video.